Imagine for a moment you're watching a crowded graduation ceremony. A person you recognize steps onto the stage. Not a scholar, not a researcher, but a movie star. They've never been a student at the university, nor have they ever published any groundbreaking research or written a dissertation. Yet, to the sound of thunderous applause, they're handed a Ph.D., complete with a cap and gown and the prestigious title of Doctor. Now, at first glance, it seems harmless, even amusing. After all, what's the harm in some celebrity being given an honorary title? It's just a symbolic gesture, right? But let's pause for a second and think about what this moment actually represents. Honorary Ph.D.s may not seem to carry the same weight as something like stolen valor, but they reflect a concerning trend in how we view achievement, expertise, and hard-earned recognition. Consider this. If someone were to dress up in a military uniform, claim to be a decorated veteran, and accept applause for their supposed bravery, we'd be outraged, and rightly so. We understand that military honors represent sacrifice, dedication, and service under the most challenging conditions. To falsely claim such a title is not only a crime, but also an insult to those who have genuinely earned it. We even have a name for it: stolen valor. Similarly, imagine someone pretending to be a police officer. Just wearing the uniform gives them a lot of authority and trust, and when someone fakes that, it damages people's trust in the real police officers and the importance of their role. We see this as a serious crime because of the responsibility and skill needed to be an officer. Yet, when it comes to honorary Ph.D.s, an interesting exception is made. Colleges and universities, which are supposed to represent high academic standards, routinely hand out these titles to people who haven't actually gone through the hard work it takes to earn one. While it's not illegal, that doesn't mean that there aren't any negative consequences. Giving someone an honorary Ph.D. might seem harmless, but it can cause some issues that people don't always notice. The main problem is that it confuses the public. When we hear the title doctor, we either think of a medical doctor or someone who's an expert in a specific field. But when a university gives an honorary Ph.D. to a famous person, it makes it harder to differentiate between a true expert and someone being symbolically recognized. This can lead people to believe that a celebrity knows just as much as someone who spent years studying, researching, and making new discoveries. For example, imagine a debate between a top quantum physicist and a popular actor with an honorary Ph.D. The actor's title of doctor might convince people that they're just as qualified to talk about advanced physics, even though only one of them actually has deep knowledge of that subject. The mix-up hurts the public's understanding of what true expertise is and weakens the meaning of academic titles. Honorary Ph.D.s send the wrong message about what we consider true accomplishment. A real Ph.D. is the result of years of dedication, long hours studying, months of experiments, and years spent developing ideas that push the boundaries of what we know. The degree isn't just about knowledge, it's a mark of persistence, deep thinking, and the ability to offer new insights to the world. When the same title is given to someone just because they're famous or donated a lot of money, it takes away from the significance of the degree for those who worked hard to earn it. It sends a message that fame or money can buy titles reserved for effort and intellectual contribution. Let's think about it another way. The International Olympic Committee wouldn't give someone an honorary Olympic gold medal just because they're a well-respected sports commentator. The World Boxing Organization wouldn't give Sylvester Stallone an honorary WBO boxing championship belt for his award-winning performance in Rocky. These awards are reserved for people who've proven their excellence through direct competition, discipline, and skill in the designated craft. The same should be true for academic honors like the Ph.D. The degree should be reserved for those who've demonstrated mastery of an academic field, not those who've simply achieved fame in another area. Some might argue that honorary Ph.D.s are just a symbolic gesture, a way of recognizing contributions in other fields like philanthropy or the arts. But that raises another question. Why use a Ph.D. as the symbol of recognition? A university can honor someone's achievements without distorting the meaning of academic titles. By awarding an honorary Ph.D., universities send the message that the title can be traded for achievements that have nothing to do with intellectual work, which tarnish the credibility of the degree and the university itself. Furthermore, the practice of handing out honorary Ph.D.s seems more about chasing prestige than about the recognition of true contributions. Universities looking for publicity or donations often give these degrees to celebrities or wealthy individuals without considering the message it sends about their values. The focus gets shifted from celebrating real intellectual achievement to boosting the university's brand. This is a concerning trend for institutions that are supposed to be beacons of knowledge and truth. This brings us back to the question of trust. When we start handing out Ph.D. titles too easily, it weakens the public's confidence in what they stand for. Just like how counterfeit money reduces the value of real money, honorary Ph.D.s devalue the legitimate degrees of people who dedicated years of their lives to earn. Over time, this erosion of trust can have serious consequences, especially in a world where expertise and facts are already under constant attack. In conclusion, while an honorary PhD might seem like a harmless tradition, it raises important concerns about how we value genuine achievement, expertise, and the role of universities. Just as we guard the integrity of military honors and law enforcement titles, we should be vigilant in preserving the integrity of academic credentials. True intellectual accomplishment should be respected and rewarded, not traded for fame or influence. If we continue to hand out honorary PhDs without consideration of the values they represent, we risk diminishing the very meaning of education itself. But what do you think? Did I miss something? If so, let me know in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.